Hello everyone, I'm Moini and welcome to my YouTube channel. Here's a beginner full glam makeup tutorial on how I do my makeup as a beginner. I first go in by prepping my face, applying my moisturizer, petroleum jelly and my primer. I went ahead to prep my brows and applied my brow gel as I brushed the brows. I used my brown eye pencil and made sure it's sharp, so I was sharpening it up, and then went ahead to apply it to my brows to fill in the brows. During this step, I'm not usually so concentrated in making it perfect because I know I'm going to use the concealer to conceal it up, so I just try to fill in the brows. I went ahead and filled in the brow on the other side. I'm now going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer to conceal my brows, so I apply it at the back of my hand first, and I'm going to use this tiny brush to conceal the brows. For the bottom part of the eyes, I use only concealer, but as for the top part, I tend to apply it differently. So as for here, I was adding more concealer to the eyes. For the top part of the eyes, I tend to mix foundation and the concealer, so I have a tendency of shaking anything that has liquid on it. So I shake my foundation first before applying it. So I mix my foundation with the concealer because I don't want the top part to be as light as the bottom part of the eyebrows, and that's how I apply my top part of the eyebrows when it's a little bit darker. I can't really say that I'm perfect in doing my brows. I'm still learning. As I said, I'm a beginner in makeup, and it's really very hard to shape my brows to look similar because I have brows that have a large volume. I went ahead to blend the concealer, and this is me filling in the part that I feel not filled enough using my brown eye pencil. After blending in the concealer on the eyebrows, I'm going in with the foundation, and this is the foundation that I'm using. I'm applying it to the full face. As for the foundation, I prefer using my fingers because it melts the foundation into the skin immediately after you apply it, so it's more satisfying and better than using a brush. So I went ahead and blended in the foundation. At this point, I realized that I had not moisturized my lips, so I took the Vaseline petroleum jelly to moisturize my lips so that when I'm done with the entire face, my lips will be soft enough to apply the lips combo. So before I apply my concealer, I usually apply the contour and the blush. So I'm applying the contour first. As you can see, I'm making the fish face so that I can clearly see the jawline and my cheekbone and follow the lines as I apply my contour. I also like to apply the contour on my chin to make it look a bit sharper because this enhances the entire look. I'm also going to do the same on the other side of the face. I'm also going in with the same contour to apply it to my forehead. The reason as to why I prefer applying my blush and my contour before the concealer, it's because in case I find myself that I have applied excess blush or contour, I can cover it up with a concealer. So I am going to contour my nose, and I apply the concealer in small bits to avoid over contouring the nose and other contoured part of the face. So now I'll be moving on to apply my blush. So I'm using my eyeshadow kit, and I'm going to be mixing 3 shades, which is red, pink and orange. After blending the contour and the blush in, so it's now time to go in with the concealer, and I'm using the same concealer as before, the LA Girl concealer, and I'm highlighting the points at which I want them to be highlighted, below the eyes and also the nose bridge and at the chin. So before I wasn't usually applying the concealer around my mouth, my lips, but now I do it a lot because I realized when you apply it, it prevents the makeup from breaking when you stay with it for a long time. I went ahead to blend in the concealer, and in between the points where I applied the contour on my cheekbone and on my jaw, I blend in the concealer following that route. As for me, I tend to use the same powder as the pressing powder and also as the setting powder, and this is the powder that I was using. So first of all, I used it to press it into the concealer that I had applied. That's immediately after blending in the concealer. I pressed it in all the points that I had applied the concealer, and now I'm using a shade in my contour palette to brush it off to the rest of the parts that I have not used the pressing powder on. So I'm now setting my face using the same powder, the setting powder. Now it's time to start applying the eyeshadow. So I'll use my contour as the base. Sorry, not my contour. I'll use my concealer as the base and apply it to the part where I'm going to be applying my eyeshadow. I'm reapplying the concealer until I feel contented with the amount, and I'll do this for both eyes on the eyelids. So I'll now follow in with a brush that's little, my eye brush, and I'm going to start with a nude shade for my eyeshadow. I'm applying it in little bits until it gets to the point where I'm satisfied with how it looks. Then I'm following it up with a red shade to add up the intensity, and as you can see, I'm applying it at the outer side of the eyelid and trying not to get to the inner corner of the eyelid. I do my eyes at the same time rather than doing one eye then starting the other eye. And now I'm following it up. I'm adding a darker shade of brown at the outer side of the eyelid still. I'm now following it in with a shimmery pink shade and applying it now to the inner corner of the eyelids. So for this I'm going to be using a thinner brush so that I can cover only a small part of the inner part of the eyelid, and as you can see I'll be blending it in with the other shades, the red and the nude shade, to avoid leaving behind boundaries of the starting point of the different shades. After applying the eyeshadow, I'm going in with the eyeliner, and I was aiming for a small wing to cover for the space where I'll be applying my lash. This is also another hard part for me. I'm not so perfect in drawing a wing, so I struggle quite a lot in doing it. I've now complete the eye look, and it's time to go in and brush the powder, and I'll go in with a powder brush and brush the powder as I push it into the skin. I'll brush it into the skin instead of rubbing it out. I'll now go ahead and apply a concealer on the outer part of the eyes to clean the eye look. I blended it in, and I'm also applying some powder on the part to make it look more cleaner and blend in with the other part of the eyes. I went ahead and applied setting spray to set my face, and also applied put on my eyelashes off camera to save time because I struggle a lot with that. So I'm going to go in with my black eyeliner and apply it at the base of my eyes because I noticed that brings a big change. It's a game changer when you apply it on your full glam makeup. I don't know if you really see the difference it brings to the makeup look, but I really love it on my eyes. So I'll now go in to do my lips. I'll start off by wiping the moisturizer that I applied. So at this point my lips are moist enough, and I'm going to start off by applying my red lip liner. I've had this lip liner for a very long time. I use it even without applying any makeup. It really makes my lips look stunning. So I'll follow this up by applying a brown lip liner to outline my lips. The lip color is already starting to match with the eyeshadow as I was planning for it to. So some people can leave it like this, but I'll go ahead and spice it up by adding a concealer in the part where I had applied the red lip liner. As you can see, it's starting to look more sexier as I wanted it to, so I'll add a little bit more for it to look exactly the way I wanted it to. And it's bringing more of a purple pinkish color, just like the eye. I'll follow this up by using the black eyeliner, the black eye pencil, and outline my lips more so that the lip corners can show even more. So this is how the entire look turned out to be, for the eyes matching with the lips. As a beginner, I am really proud of my effort and the work that I put in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. So I'll go ahead and apply some gloss and let you see the complete look. And this is the complete look. So this is a new YouTube channel. If you've made it this far, so please subscribe and like my video. Support me in this new YouTube journey. Thank you. I love you so much.